Don't mind the mess. Kitchen is under construction, but I'm back with another recipe for your Instant Pot. Hey guys, my name is Vanessa, and like I said, my background is a little messy right now, but we are still in the process of creating our kitchen. You can follow me over on my vlog channel if you want to see more behind the scenes. It's always listed in the description, but I am sharing an Instant Pot recipe. I had a few things on hand, and I've seen a couple different recipes online for cooking vegetables with rice at the same time in your Instant Pot. So I was like, you know what? I have a few ingredients on hand. I'm gonna go ahead and try to whip this up. Now, this is not something that I'm cooking for dinner for my family. This is just something that I'm going to make for lunch. It'll probably be maybe 2-3 days for my husband and I to eat for lunch for the next couple days. So what you are going to need, what I'm going to be using, these ingredients. I'm going to use 1 cup of rice. I'm using basmati rice, and let's talk about rice just for a second. So there are 2 ways that you can prep your rice. Well, actually 1 way you can prep your rice for your Instant Pot, and that is to rinse it. That is going to get all the starch off of it. However, if you like sticky rice, you want to keep the starch on your rice. So I love sticky rice. Sometimes I will rinse it if I am, just depending on what recipe I'm making, but because of all these other ingredients, especially the cheese, this is going to be all sticky anyway. So I am taking that step out, and I'm just going to use 1 cup of rice and put it right into my pot. No rinsing or anything like that. So I wanted to make sure you guys knew that, 1, you could totally rinse your rice and it would be nice and fluffy and not stick together, get all that starch off. Or if you like sticky rice, don't pre-rinse it. Just use it right out of the bag, put it in your Instant Pot, cook it, and it is gonna be nice and sticky, which is how I prefer rice. So I wanted to make sure I told you guys those tips on how to cook rice. So I'm gonna use 1 cup. I'm gonna use the rest of this bag of mixed vegetables that I have. And it looks like corn, carrots, green beans, might have some lima beans in there also. And I would say about 2 cups. I think that's what's in here. So 2 cups of mixed frozen vegetables. And the seasoning I'm going to do to taste. So maybe half a teaspoon of each. I'm just gonna sprinkle it in. Good old salt and pepper, well, salt, pepper, and then onion powder and garlic powder. These are my go-to seasonings for pretty much everything that I cook. Now let's talk about liquid. So I am going to use 2.5 cups total, and when I go to put this in my pot, you'll see, but I'm going to use a whole can of chicken broth, and then however much I need to get to 2.5 cups, I'm just going to replace with water. So I'm pretty sure this is going to be probably close to 2 cups of liquid. So I'm going to, again, I want 2.5 cups. So I'm going to just pour my chicken broth into my measuring cup, and then the rest of it with water. So about half a cup of water to get to that 2.5 cup mark. Then I'm going to use a 1/4 cup of this Parmesan and Romano grated cheese. So I've got my 1/4 cup measuring here, and then about 1 cup of cheddar cheese, but really you can put however much cheese you want. And I'm just going to put the rest of this bag. It might be a little over 1 cup, but who says too much cheese is a bad thing? Not me, that's for sure. So let's start getting all of our ingredients into the Instant Pot. Okay, so we added everything but the cheese. That is going to go in last. We do not need to cook the cheese. So I am just going to stir everything up. Place our lid on. Make sure it is sealing, and then this is not going to take long at all. I'm going to cook it on manual, which is just high pressure, and I'm actually going to go down to 5 minutes. Okay, once your timer goes off, your Instant Pot will automatically go to the keep warm function. So I'm going to let this count up to 10 minutes and before I do a quick release. So if I just wanted to release the pressure right away and get on with my meal, I would just turn the nozzle to release instead, or venting instead of sealing. However, I want this to cook just a little bit longer, and that's what letting it do a natural release does. So by keeping it on the keep warm function and letting it sit here for 10 minutes, it is going to allow whatever you have in the Instant Pot to cook at a lower temperature, because it's no longer, you know, as hot as it's gonna get. It's slowly cooling down, slowly releasing the pressure, and that just allows your food to cook just a little bit longer at that lower rate. So I'm going to let my food sit in here for 10 minutes, and then whatever pressure is left, I will come back and go ahead and release it quickly, and it will release and we will be able to add the cheese. All right, 10 minutes is up. I can tell that there is still pressure in the pot because this little button is up. When there's no pressure, it's down. So I'm gonna release the rest of it. Okay, lid is off. Smells really yummy. My rice is definitely nice and cooked, and I don't know if you guys can tell, but this is what sticky rice looks like. See, I love it like this, especially when you are adding cheese. It gets sticky anyway. So I just saved myself a step. All right, speaking of cheese, that's all we have left to add. So I've got the 1/4 cup of Parmesan cheese. I'm gonna add that. And then, like I said, however much you want, maybe about 2 cups would be good. I'm just gonna add whatever is left in this bag. Did I say 2 cups? Maybe a cup of cheese. 2 cups might be too much, I don't know. But now I am just going to mix this all up and let the cheese melt into the rice and veggies. Okay, time to eat up. This would be really good if you had shrimp or maybe some grilled chicken. So awesome side for a dinner or a quick lunch, and that's exactly how I'm eating it, with lunch. I do have some shrimp on hand, so I think I'm gonna cook up some shrimp real quick and add that in here. I think that would be really good. But if you guys love your Instant Pot and me sharing new videos every Wednesday, please give this video a big thumbs up. If you are new, I would love for you to subscribe and join my channel. Every Wednesday I share an Instant Pot recipe, but I do upload other things in the kitchen and recipes every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturdays are my grocery haul. So I will see you guys this Friday with some Valentine themed lunches. Bye guys.